I'm here in Barbados, a world as far removed from the city that I currently live in, which of course is Mumbai. And guess what? The cricket that I'm seeing here in this part of the world is as far removed as everything that I've seen over the last 2 months. Remember, I came here straight from the IPL. I took a little break and then came here. But what did we see in the IPL? Every single batting record virtually obliterated. If you're a batter, you wanted to be at the IPL. Maximum number of 200 plus scores, maximum number of sixes, highest power play scores, highest strike rate across tournaments. All that. It was like you were a batsman in a candy shop. Everything was in your favor. And then I've come here and look at the numbers that we are seeing here. Lowest power play scores, highest number of sub-100 totals, lowest number of balls required to take a wicket. It's almost as if it's completely changed. When we were young, we would see in quick succession, we'd see matches move from the clay of Roland Garros, where rallies never seemed to end, to the very fast serve and volley grass court games at Wimbledon. It's almost like that. The same laws, the same rules, and yet demanding completely different skills, almost a different game. And I've heard it said here, and there's been a fair argument about it as well. Is this good for our game? Are these 80, 90, or maybe a little more, 110, 120 kind of scores, are they good for our game? Are they making less than very good bowlers suddenly look very good? Are they making the best batters suddenly struggle? Are they twisting the narrative of the T20 game? And I'm not sure I agree completely, because the argument suggests that the whole narrative has to be batter-centric. And I've seen so many promos where everything about T20 cricket is 4-6 out, 4-6 out. And I think that's not fair on the bowlers. The bowlers are saying, excuse me, so what do we do here? Now the bowlers are coming to the T20 World Cup and they're saying, yeah, come look at us. And yeah, I agree that some bowlers are looking far better than they otherwise would have. But that's what happens when conditions change and you've got to adapt. You go back to the IPL. And there were some batters there, not the greatest in the world, and their chests puffed out, looking the bowler in the eye and saying, I don't care for you. I'll hit you over mid-wicket if I want. I'll ramp you to third if I want. I'll play the scoop shot if I want. I might just hit you back down the ground. And the best bowlers in the world, some very, very good bowlers, were suddenly looking toothless. And that didn't look good either, did it? I mean, we talk about 170, 180 as being a good game. Now let's add a few in either direction. Add another 70, 80. You're playing 250, 260 games. And most people would say, wow, exciting, lots of runs. Take 100 away. Take 70, 80 away. And what have you got? You got 100, 110 kind of game? And all of a sudden we are saying, no, that's not good enough. Why? I think if you're willing to go 70 up, you should be willing to come 70 down. Not every day, maybe. And it's not that every day 100 is a good wicket, just as it's not every day that a 240 game is a good wicket. But what I've enjoyed is that players have needed to adapt, which is at the heart of our game. And the little things which we overlook, which in the arrogance of the fours and sixes we cast aside, suddenly looking important. A single year, we're cheering a two. There's an overthrow. There's a wide ball, the wicket keeper doesn't gather it, there's an overthrow, and we say, yes, we're sitting on the edge of our seats over the lowly single, over maybe a wide ball. And the small things that we so often take for granted are suddenly becoming important. 15 of 17 balls towards the end is making the difference between winning and losing. A 20-25 is suddenly a fantastic score. And it's brought back into focus the little things that we had tended to lose. So from that point of view, I've actually enjoyed the cricket here. And as we go ahead through the Super 8s, that is going to be the narrative too. That players are going to have to adapt and adapt very quickly to changing conditions. You're going to play in St. Lucia. We've already seen 90 scored in the power play. I thought, oops, we're back in Hyderabad. We're back in Bengaluru. When you go to St. Vincent, the ball is turning. Barbados has had different kinds of wickets. You go into the semi-final. And in Trinidad, you don't know. There's been the odd pitch where the ball's kept very low. Runs have been difficult to come by. But it's all about adapting. It's all about having players of different types within your team and using them well. And that is what our game has been, isn't it? So I didn't mind. 100, 110 scores. Can you imagine 119 and 113 cliffhanger? It doesn't have to be a 270 and a 260 cliffhanger. 119 versus 113. What about South Africa versus Nepal? Those close games. We sat on the edge of our seats and we enjoyed it. So, just to repeat, as I said, I don't like 240, 250 games all the times. I don't like 110, 120 all the time. But I'll tell you what, this has been such an eye-opener. And from that point of view, I've enjoyed it. Have you? We're going to be doing a lot of interesting things on this channel. So do like, do subscribe. I look forward to hearing from you.